Alright. Turwinkle did not stick around for really all that long, so I'm already back. You know, it's very much like Turwinkle to just up and decide as soon as Alpha Nemo shows up, better get out of here. I just realized I need to switch my audio over, or we're about to have, you know, anytime I get a Facebook message, you're just going to hear this overly loud, obnoxious sound. There we go. Alright. My Twitch still says he's streaming, but he's not. Anyways. Let's see. Let us look at my friends, because somebody over in Turwinkle's chat was actually interested in what I'm doing. So, as soon as I figure out how to actually look at my friends, I'm going to send them a message. Oh. There we go then. Alright, let's get a move on. Alright, so where we had left off was Malfurion basically got baited. He had a choice between either staying here and helping out, take on that giant thing they're trying to resurrect, or have to go back to Hyjal to protect it, which I'm guessing that means the story is kind of happening somewhat. Don't interrupt me. Yes! Got it. I'm guessing the story is, like, lore-wise happening somewhat alongside of when you're leveling through Hyjal, but not entirely sure about that. Hey, Jess! See, I guess it worked out. You got our Turwinkle left, now you have my stream to watch. And I would be having my webcam going, but unfortunately it's bugging out today. And it's only showing me like, or it's only doing like 4 FPS, and it sucks. Alright, let's see, we gotta charge into here. Yeah, this giant thing wasn't... Here's the avatar. Apparently this thing was had to be slain by 20 stone giants in the past. The Loremaster challenge? It's been a lot of fun. There's some hilarious quests along the way that you miss out when you're just trying to speed level through everything. Because I just had one where there was this dwarf and he's gone senile, and he has to take you to the other dig site where he left his journal before it got attacked, and he just leads you around in a giant circle around the same dig site that you're at, and you go back to the camp you started at. Well, you know, and also another option is if you wanted to, you could join me. Like, you'd have to, or what I'm doing and how I am doing this is I stopped, like, I locked my experience for now, because otherwise by the time I got to like Kata or even mop content, I'd be ready for WOD content level wise. So I've locked myself out of experience. I have already completed the Loch Modan. Then I came over here to Darkshore. Then I'm going to go to Bloodmyst, which is 10 to 20, and then I'm going to end it by going down to Westfall and wherever Red Ridge is in this area, you know. And then I'll unlock experience and continue for the 20 to 30 zones and stop my experience at 30, do all that stuff. But, you know, if you wanted to join me, you could catch up in leveling, because it'll take me a while. Do this stuff, because streaming also slows me down a bit, so you'd probably be able to catch up easily. And then just kind of hop on. 10 gold every time. But one thing that I have found, it's a little bit of a struggle to make sure you have enough gold when you're at level 20. Like, because I only had 9 gold at level 20. But after that point, I just happened to get a bunch of stuff, because if I picked up Gathering Professions, sold all of the stuff and all of the bind on equip green items on the auction house, and I made like 200 gold. And then I spent, or actually it was more like 120 gold. Then I spent it all on these bags because I got tired of running out of backspace. You know, I've been looking at them and they're not really upgrades. Like it says they are, but they're not really. I think maybe it's because Holy is a little more difficult with this, and plus I also like I hate saying this, but I know more. Like I feel like I know more than the add-on. It's just helpful at pointing out some things. Or maybe like those are upgrades for the other specs, and because I've never actually gone into Ret spec, it just doesn't point it out. I'm actually looking into. I found some guy's video. This guy runs Shakadin, and he can do it as high. Like the highest he's done it successfully has been Mythic +7, I think, is what he said. And like he tops the DPS charts and heals. So I'm going to try and challenge myself to do that. You basically just pick talents that lets you use Holy Shock as often as possible, and you can do that. So like if you want to dish out a bunch of damage, you would pick like Crusader's Might, and then Blinding Light does a fair amount of damage, and then you go for Sanctified Wrath down here, Avenging Wrath, or it reduces Holy Shock's cooldown. So any ability, also Holy Avenger just for the increased haste. So any ability that lets you use Holy Shock more often, if you follow that, then you can actually end up basically being a high damage Shakadin. Oh, stupid phase lines. I wanted that. That also means that your Holy Shock is not available to heal, which it's a good heal too. So you do sacrifice some things, and apparently it is not viable at all for raiding. Just the guy who, oh, there is one down there. The guy who gives, or like does the videos says don't even try it with raiding, you need to focus on that much healing. Oops. Get a move on. I will tell you what does suck though, as I've been going about it, is there is almost no plate intellect gear until you get to about level 30 in all the questing. Is this another buzz box? Just a random thing out here. Earlier in yes, I am on a PvP server, and that is intentional. I am fully aware of the risk of being on a PvP server, but I also like PvP. That's my thing. I plan on at some point doing battlegrounds and stuff. Actually, what I'll do is after I finish the level 10 to 20 zones, I'm going to, or an unlock experience, I'm going to queue for a BG or two. I'm not going to queue for one now because the game has something built in for twinks. So if I tried to queue for a BG while my experience was locked, I would only be queued or paired with people who are also at level 23, who are also queuing. So it would make it take even longer.
Greetings.
And since nobody queues for as a twink at level 23, it would really take forever. That's assuming I ever got to it. Anyways, we can finally rest here now, Mogon. It appears Darkshore has been saved, and we have you to thank for it. Boy, I bet this would be a really cool shield to have. Oh. I was hoping it would actually be this black spiky one, but I guess I should have known better. It does match my nice little hammer there, though. But it doesn't matter. Darkshore may be battered and broken, but thanks to you we've achieved some amount of safety here. Some amount of peace. We've much rebuilding to do. You should continue on, friend. Garrosh has pressed his full might of the Horde against us in Ashenvale. They will kill us all and chop the forest clear if we don't step forward and stop them. If we are to have any hope of not losing those forests entirely, we'll need your help. Follow the road to the south and find Sentinel Shiela. Now with the quests that lead me into the next zone, I'll hang on to those quests, but I'm not going to go to the next zone, our next zones yet. Also mine. So is that paladin you were talking about, are they around this level, or are they already drastically farther on Moonguard?
The loom be with you.
Well done. The Naga seek destruction and subjugation of all surface dwellers. Do not hesitate to drive them out of our lands and back to the shadowy ocean depths they belong. Let's see. Oh, Felros Signet, an intellect ring. That's actually quite useful.
Till next we meet.
Which one would this be an upgrade over? Seems like I'd be better off just doing this. Is this an upgrade over this? No. Alright then. Oh, she's 86. Yeah, that's a little ways ahead.
Goddess, bless you.
While the elements are doing their best to tear Darkshore asunder, I've been struggling to protect the remaining wildlife. Oh, I never actually read this. Well, what don't you have then? Heck, if you grouped up, we could do dungeons too. I wouldn't mind doing those along the way. Let's see. I want to read this part though. I didn't actually read this before. I wish I could tell you more, but until recently, nobody believed such creatures exist. Long before the Titans shaped Azeroth into the world we see today, before the natural cycle of life and death as we know it, the Old Ones ruled over the elements and the corrupted creation to serve their own malignant ends. From what Onu here tells me, the Titans ultimately defeated the Old Ones, which I think she means old gods. Demo Warlock could be fun. Sorry for my sudden silence, I was trying to listen for something. Also, I'm sorry if the sound of my laundry is annoying, because it's loud to me and I don't know how it comes through here. From what Onu tells me, the Titans ultimately defeated the Old Ones, or at least they've imprisoned them under the earth. Can something like that ever really die? I wish I knew more, but this is prehistory for me, and I've been around for a while. I know that there are some that worship the Old Ones, if you can believe that. That's like praying to the end of the world. These old gods make people crazy. Yes, I actually do. For now, I have a very basic TRP set up right now. Just kind of telling people to follow me. I need to come up with a name. I actually want to, like a last name. I actually really want to change this guy's name because I don't like if I pronounce it Magan, apparently it's the name of a character, like a female white Martian from the DC Comics universe, and if I pronounce it Mogan, it sounds funny. But I just, this is just a randomly generated name.
The loom be with you.
See, anyways, let's actually, an ounce of preservation. The sapling you carry grows in power even as we speak. Life is regenerative. Did it work? It did, actually. Interesting. It sounds like our cure will keep the wildlife safe. But say you saw something else. But you say you saw something else. Some kind of angry presence. I feel like I should have done this before I finished the old god quest. I can do just that. Oops, not percentage. Never hit the right button there. Not sure if it actually matters. Should have been sent. Hope I typed it right. Yep, there we go. Now Battletech friend. This is a good sign. Whatever is behind this isn't happy, and that means we're on to something. Now we know our preservative measures work. We should cover as much ground as possible. I've arranged to commandeer one of our hippogriffs, but I can't do it alone. Talk to my friend Orseus, next to the Flightmaster, right outside the grove here. Let him know when you're ready, and I'll meet you there. We'll canvas Darkshore from the air and protect as many animals as we can. Make a dwarf warlock on Emerald Dream. I will tell you one thing about Emerald Dream. I have met some of the best people in WoW I've ever met, and I have also met the absolute worst people on this server. There's not much middle ground. You have the best of the best and the worst of the worst all fighting for control. But that's also, in a weird way, that's part of what makes the server kind of feel fun. There we go. One race you've never played? Well, I like dwarves, actually. And this dwarf is eventually going to end up in Clan Battlehammer, which is Emerald Dream's. It's the all dwarf guild on Emerald Dream, the large one that was like, it used to be massive. Like, you join a CBH party and you were going to have an 80 person world PvP event. But it's kind of like, a lot of guilds are struggling right now, but CBH is still pretty strong. And I'm going to put this guy in there, but they don't take him until he's level 50. Let's see. I have been assisting the Flightmaster to round up hippogriffs that fled their posts when this land tore itself apart. Even now our birds remain squeamish. Orseus, Kathrena sent me to borrow one of your hippogriffs. Let's see, what do we got? Protect wildlife. I'm just gonna fly around here and I guess zap wildlife with my wand. Okay. Oh man, that place looks kind of cool from above. Yeah, something new is why I started doing this too. Like, I don't know, my interest always fizzles out somewhat on max level content after a while. It's like I never find some of the groups that I want, so I always want to do something strange and unusual, which is why I'm wanting to do a Shakadin instead of, like, you know, a regular healer. Wait. Don't think they really care about the elementals. Updraft from the fires can be fierce. Well, thank you for the warning. I'll keep that in mind. Well, that's all of the kitties I need. Moonstalkers displaced by the fires patrol the strand to keep it safe. Yeah, well, I've already, like, gone through all the Moonstalkers. I need bears. Alright. Level 0 Dwarf Warlock. That was interesting. Apparently, like, the moment you log in, while it's still on that opening credit, you're level 0. That's actually really interesting. More bears. That's it. Why would anyone want to dig up something so horrific? I'm convinced that those things are behind the animals here. Yeah. Just imagine this giant thing. Which, one of the things that she was talking about with, like, because you asked this lady about the old ones and that guy. If you haven't read Chronicles, which I highly recommend, that was a pretty interesting bit of history she was talking about, because, like, in the beginning of Azeroth, it was all of the elemental powers fighting for dominion. Like, they were so chaotic they fought for the sake of fighting. Then the old gods show up. Elemental lords wage war on the old gods but never stood a chance. They get basically smacked down and are enslaved, and that's the shape of the world for a long time. Sure we can. Go ahead and invite you to a group. Obviously it'll take you a little while to catch up, but what you could be doing is working on... Let's see, I might be continuing on to Bloodmyst after I finish here. I'm not sure, because I have a little time afterwards. But what you could be working on when I'm offline is I'm about to finish up Darkshore completely, and I've already finished up Loch Modan. So those are areas. I will be heading to Bloodmyst Isle next. So you can either catch up to me while I'm in there, or prepare for Westfall at level 10.
Peace be with you.
See, I appreciate your help defending the wildlife here. And also, if you need me to send you gold, I give you some gold to help you with the freezing experience when you hit level 20, that's no problem. I'm not I don't make all of the gold in the world, but I do run the auction house pretty well. Just, I need to get higher level to get better gear to sell. So the animals are safe then? Thank you. Thank you. But now it's time to turn our attention to the source. Oh, there we go, Darkshore quests. It's actually the first achievement we've gotten related to the Loremaster, even though we finished Loch Modan. Loch Modan and Wetlands combines their achievement, so you have to finish both Loch Modan and the Wetlands to get that at one. I normally do these kind of in the morning-ish, morning or early afternoon, most of the time. So like, as this was actually an early stream, I started at like 9:15 this morning. Normally I start around 1 if I do it, and I don't do it every day because, I have other stuff that needs to get done. And until I become insanely good MLG, I don't think I'm going to be able to make any money off of this. Now that the creatures of Darkshore are safe, let's turn our attention to the artifact that you found in the lake. I believe it is the work of the minions of the old gods. We'll fight these fiends using the very life-giving energies of Darkshore itself. Take the Lifebringer sapling on the shore to the shallow lake in the south of here. Wave it over the waters of the lake, and it should disable the ancient artifact. Be careful. The artifact is likely to be grounded by who knows what. Or guarded, not grounded.
Goddess, what are you?
I also probably won't be able to, well, I guess I could wait up for some of it. I am wanting to kind of, not hurry. If I wanted to hurry to 110, then I wouldn't be doing this. But I also don't want to slow it down more than necessary. But I'm also, I'm willing to wait a little bit to have company make it fun. Maybe what I'll even do is set up a Discord channel that we could be using while we do this. Ah, yes. New jobs are always fun. Especially that early period where you're both excited to be doing something different and terrified to mess it up. Let's see. Disrupting the artifact. Uh-oh. This guy doesn't look too happy. Okay. Let's stun you. Well, that wasn't so tough. Well, it might not hold back that much. I am about to move, and I also know that I'm able to actually get a job in the town that we're moving to. I've been jobless for a brief period. Oh, you don't have a mic. Okay, that works too. I have been jobless for a very, excuse me, for this little bit in my life. But now I'm going to have a job suddenly, so I won't have as much time to stream. So that might help keep up with me too. So I need to figure out how it is that Turwinkle sets up his bot to like greet people as they come in.
I am honored.
I mean, I'm sure it's something he had his son set up because he talked about that, but he talked about how his son sets up quite a few of the things. I'm afraid to ask, is the artifact destroyed? What about its guardian? Love of a loon, look at you. It must have been some fight. You're covered in what looks like chowder? If a mere minion could cause such agony here in Darkshore, I can't imagine the suffering that a true old god could bring about. Well, at least the animals are safe now. I will plant the sapling that you created to help rebuild the shattered land. Thank you. I'd give you a hug, but, you know, chowder. It's okay, I understand. I'm disgusting.
May the stars guide you.
Alright. Well, that's it for Darkshore. So we finished yet another zone.
Oh, may I
What I am going to do is I will go ahead, head back to Rutharan Village, because I need to probably dump some inventory, otherwise I'm going to go off to Bloodmyst and be full bagged. I got so used to my Hexweave bags on all of my max levels that I actually kind of struggle to keep empty bag space, because, you know, by the time I finish anything on my max level characters, I'm usually fine, and then I just sell it anyways. Did I pick up anything that was bind on equip? Well, I got that, but I've had that and it won't sell yet. Stamina armor. One of these days I will learn how to speak English. It'll happen, I promise. Unfortunately, that is not today. Yeah. Thought I was past the allergy part of the year, but I'm starting to get them. I guess while I'm flying, what stats do I have? I have 75 intellect. Picked up 7 crit and 11, still 11 versatility though. I've been having a lot of fun with this so far. Just the quests. Some of these quests are hilarious. Alright. Let's see now. Can go ahead and let's see, where's all my, got some tin ore, some copper, stones and cloth to throw in there that I want to hang on to. A few gems. I think that's everything worth keeping. Oh, and the rough stones, of course.
Family.
Still having a tough time making up my mind on professions. Because I know that since I've already mined so much, like, amounts of copper, I'm not entirely sure if I want to stick with mining and blacksmithing, do mining and engineering, or mining and jewel crafting for this character. So I'm pretty sure that I gotta go this way for the auction house. Oh, that is the auction house. I was riding right past it. I'm smart and good at this game, as you can tell. Alright, let's see. Can a regular scan pick up anything useful? It looks like I have something worth selling. And once again, I forgot to actually change the name. This is actually day 7, but I have repeatedly forgotten to update what day of the stream or what day of the challenge this was. Skip that. I know this is so interesting watching me mess around with auction house. This add-on, if you're interested, is Trade Skill Master. It requires a little bit of setup though to use. You can't just jump right into it. Nope. This cat has a bad habit of thinking that if I am in a sitting position, no matter where it is time to give him pets and snuggles. Like, just what time it is. Doesn't matter what I'm actually doing. If I'm not petting him and scratching him right above his tail, right around his butt, I'm doing it wrong. Just wrong. Alright, let's see. A bunch of gray garbage to get rid of. And get rid of the shield. All this soulbound stuff that's useless to me. I just now noticed the flavor text on this item. It's a mood ring. Funny, always seems to turn black around REM travel. Seems like he's getting a little fed up with the guy. I'll go ahead and get rid of that. Nope, I can probably do a quick repair. For a whole 29 copper. Might break the bank, or break the bank making that kind of money. Sometime off the stream, I'll probably log on and do leveling professions and stuff. I don't really bother streaming me smelting a bunch of ore so I can make stuff for blacksmithing. Just never really tried. Alright. Now, whoops, that's not really where I need to go. Let's see, for Bloodmyst, where do I go to start Bloodmyst? I'm gonna have to Google that. see, Google like a hero's call for Bloodmyst. Okay, I think I have an idea of what to do. Just gonna fly on out here. Goodbye, Darkshore, way off there in the distance, and that giant tornado. Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot. Burning Crusade content's all instanced together, so... Well, you can't really tell by the way they have it set up. According to the game code, like if I kept going out, I think in that direction... Or maybe even... No, not there, it's too close. But if I kept going out, I think to the south, I would actually end up arriving in Hellfire Peninsula. And I think if I headed west, I would end up... Like if I could avoid the fatigue part, like if I could fly freely and get past fatigue, if I headed west, I would end up in the Blood Elf area, like Ghostlands and Eversong, all that stuff. So this is actually all in the same instance as most of the other open world Burning Crusade content. Oh, it's actually flying me in here. Nobody ever comes to the Exodar anymore. Unless you're doing that one new quest for Light's Heart. It's the only reason people come out here now. Let me see. I need to look for a quest giver that gives me... Alex are serious business. Which should be actually back up the way here. There's a nice Draenei Paladin. So I kind of wish that Flightmaster dropped you at the entrance, but I can see why it wouldn't, because 99% of the time people probably don't want to have to walk down this path. But I don't care about the 99%. Let's see, where is this guy? See. Oh, apparently I'm supposed to pick it up with it. Maybe it's just because I'm level 20 it doesn't show it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find where I would have otherwise turned it in on the map. And I'm going to head for that. Which means I need to head up to the north. Bloodmyst Isle is going to be kind of a... It's not going to be the greatest place to level. A lot of those Burning Crusade things, it's really spread out. Everything in Burning Crusade, all the questing experience was just so spread out. It kind of is crappy. At least a tad bit. But you can start to see Bloodmyst up ahead. This Draenei youngling doesn't look too young. There has to be a way that I can hide the cursor. I really want to just... because I don't want it to... Every time I look over at the stream and I see this cursor flying around, it just annoys me. I don't want that. I also... like, I'm going for this copper, but... I also missed my turn. I'll leave that copper. I'm not climbing all over the place for it. I'm pretty sure I did this place years ago. Like, years ago. Oh, I've already done that. Like, I've got hidden quests on. That's not a problem. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to do Darkshore either. Well, I would have been able to, but I wouldn't have been able to see it on the map. Oh, look. There's Crazy Furbolg out here, too. How nice. Alright, Kessel's Crossing. Our first stop along this adventure here.
Find what you seek. Seek the path of the light.
The Elec Lord Kessel. I am Kessel, Lord of the Elec, disciple of the Hand of Argus. Are you the new recruit? Kind of? I feel like your dialogue was meant to be directed at a Draenei, but okay. You are just in time. Blood Elf activity in this area has doubled in the past week. Our agents have informed us that the Blood Elves that call themselves Sunhawks plan to launch an offensive upon Azuremist soon. I need you to get a warning out to our allies and compatriots. Warren High Chief Stillpine at Stillpine Hold, Exarch Menalus at Azure Watch, and Admiral Odysseus at Odysseus's Landing. Time is of the essence, so I am lending you my Elec. Be sure to keep it out of water. Nifty. I already have a mount.
Good fortune.
Oh, hello. Alien predators. Orkhan the Elec Herder. One thing we've learned in our travels is that extreme care must be taken when introducing wildlife from one world to another. When the Exodar crashed, it was carrying specimens of various outland species, including an insectoid predator called the Ravager. Some of these specimens were lost, but many others survived and took to the wild. If we don't keep them in check, they will upset the natural balance here on the island. You'll find these Ravagers to the west of Kessel's Crossing near the coast.
Blessings upon your family.
Oh, there's one more quest, I guess. From this dude.
Open your heart to the light.
Hello, Paladin. Old man Kessel over there, he's a clever one. I'd be real careful in my dealings with him if I were you. He offered me work caring for the Elec, and being the fool I was, I took it to mean feeding, training, and the like. Things became real clear when he handed me the shovel. I've made a wonderful discovery, Paladin. On the uncorrupted part of the island grows a remarkable fruit called the sand pear. They're found near the bottoms of the trees. I've been preparing pies for them, but if I'm not careful, the Elec will start to wander over and steal my fruit. I've taken to gathering enough to share with the animals, but my stores have gone, and the craving for pie has returned. You really, really need that pie. Would you be willing to help gather fruit? And I need fruit I need for another batch of pies. I promise I will share.
Kind to those less fortunate.
Oh. I just now realized I had a timer, which means I need to finish everything. Let's see, where is... Well, I don't actually know where to go for High Chief Stillpine. I'm sure I got plenty of time. Let's find out. Oh, I just now noticed too, the Kessel Run, that's it's referencing Star Trek. That's pretty awesome. Oh, I bet I know where it wanted me to go. It wanted me to actually travel back down. Yeah, I gotta travel back down. But Kessel Run and did I say Star Trek? I meant Star Wars. Uh, Han Solo bragging about the Millennium Falcon making the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs. Yeah, I didn't notice that I was timed. And I noticed it myself, then I just saw your message about it, but I think I can make it, or I can make it down here just fine. I think they should have made it more Star Wars-like and only given me exactly 12 minutes to do. I also remembered the time I took kind of a basic astronomy class in college because it fell into a gen ed requirement, so I took it and it sounded interesting. And they were talking about made the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs, but a parsec is a unit of distance. Warned High Chief Stillpine. Like, what is a parsec? Yeah, a parsec is about 3.26 light years. So I'm not entirely sure how one travels in time as a distance. You know, Alex do look kind of weird, though. Like, I get it, you're going for alien elephant, but they look weird. Now, let's see. There are some quests here that I could do, but it's not really relevant enough for me to try. Exarch Menalis. Galileo. Thank you for warning me, Magan. We will prepare our defenses. Yes, you had better. I didn't even know this Kessel Run joke was here, though. Okay, who's the guy I gotta warn? Yeah, a bunch of the old school human models. Is this the guy? That is him. Thanks for the warning. Don't really care about your quest though, buddy. I need to get all the way back up north. I'm starting to feel more tired than I was before. I need to start thinking about what I want to make for lunch. my turn to make lunge, but since we're moving soon, we don't want to buy new stuff, so it's like, I don't know. Can't quite do what my girlfriend does, where she just looks at the fridge, sees all of the scattered ingredients, and goes, oh, I could make this, this, or this, or this. Can this Elec go any faster? I also like how I'm in mounted position, so my legs just disappear and clip inside this Elec's saddle. Like, and we're back. Finally. Yeah. It kind of does, but it also goes by quicker than you think, too. I get that, or that starting zone feels like it takes forever, and then suddenly you're level 20, and you're like, oh, when did that happen? Well done. This was a difficult test of your abilities, but you have passed with flying colors to become to become a soldier of the Hand of Argus. You must pass many such tests. Have you seen the Serpent Men, the one that call themselves Naga? Kessel spits. They dared make an advance upon this camp under cover of darkness only 3 nights ago. Can you believe such audacity of those primitive beasts? I need you to deliver a message to their leadership. To the northeast is the Rascale Lair, home of Lord Ziz. Find him, slay him where he stands, and drive this banner through his corpse. Let them know fear whenever they should see our standard. Honestly, I don't really have an interest in becoming one of your exarchs and all that fun stuff. Just doesn't really make sense for a dwarf. But I can tell all of the dialogue for these quests were written from the standpoint of being a Draenei. So I guess I can forgive it. Oh man. So high level that these guys ignore me. Actually, when I was going to, when I was on Darkshore, when I first got there, everything that was level 10 just was always guaranteed one-shot. And I've gotten more intellect since then, but I'm not one-shotting these guys, so I guess maybe they're tougher? Technically? Oh, I've already killed 10 of them and I just keep going. Don't forget the quests to free the female 8-person woman. Where do I get that from? Did I miss it back here?
The Naru have not forgotten us.
Well done. The Ravager population will bear watching for some time to come, but it has made a good start. Well, I doubt any of these are any good. Let's see, I got 2 stone sledgehammer. Oh. That looks pretty silly. Elec Handler's Blade. Just a strength blade. Also looks kind of silly. The old Elec Prod. And a sword left over from the days when warriors double dipped for both strength and agility.
Remember the lessons of the
Oh, I guess I can't say that much bad about warriors, because didn't paladins back in the day double dip from strength and intellect? Sort of like how hunters had benefits from agility and intellect, and it's really just casters that got stuck with intellect only. Well, I'll have to keep an eye on that. For now, I'm apparently hunting sand pears. Although I just don't see too many, so maybe I should just consider or continue on all the other quests. Oh, there's a sand pear. And that looks like a copper node. Well, if it's on the way to the Naga, why don't I go ahead and go take care of them then? After I get this sand pear over here. Both of these sand pears. Looks like I'll have some work to do with some corrupted Furbolg. Now I'm just way off course because I keep going after everything I see. Ooh, something shiny. Why don't we... More sand pears. Keep thinking, okay, that's it, let's go kill the Naga. That's it, let's go kill the Naga. Nope, more sand pears. Well, it looks like I'm going to have the sand pears all collected before I even get there. I can already tell, though. Just this zone. Planted the banner of the Hand of Argus. Yeah, this zone's gonna be slow and brutal. Oh shoot. I have to look for an ape woman cage, which I'm guessing is probably a funny way of saying human. Wait, you said it was on the way to the Naga, so if I'm at the Naga, That means I need to be looking for probably Furbolg, who would call them ape women. So let's see here. I don't see a cage here. Don't see a cage around here either. I do see a chest. Nothing particularly special inside of it, but I saw it. Thought that was a rare for a second. Keeping an eye out for cages. Lower section. Go back, it's lower section. Wait. Is that it? Well, that's not it. That's probably a different quest. Okay. So you said go back. If I don't find it on this pass... Well, here's a bunch of cages. Oh, that was it? But it didn't look like I could free her. Yeah, I probably do, because I can see her, but I can't do anything with her. So yeah. Well, thanks for pointing that out to me, or I probably would have passed it up. Ugh. Sitting in this chair for too long. Might have to stop soon, get up and do something. Alright. Here we are. The sand pears are getting harder and harder to find, and, of course, that means less pie and fewer treats for the Elec here. Were you able to gather all the fruit I need? Oh yeah, for the main leveling zone. Do you have a difficult time finding enough? It's been taking me longer each trip. Soon I'll have to stop altogether since I won't be able to spare the time. Thank you for gathering the pears for me. It gives me a chance to make a last pie or two before the season's out. Sand pear pie.
Remember the lessons of the past. Warm wishes.
I am sorry that you had to do that. Heavy-handed violence is not the Draenei way, but sometimes it is the only way. This is one of life's truths that many do not understand until it is too late. So it was or so it was for our people when we were slaughtered at the hands of the orcs. Excuse me. Becoming a Hand of Argus is a process of rebirth, and with birth comes pain. Just stamina. This is not an upgrade. A Hand of Argus soldier is many things: obedient, brave, intelligent, and above all, honorable. You may yet exhibit some of these traits, Paladin. Report to Exarch Admetrius at Bloodwatch if you are still interested in joining the Hand. He and his subordinates will further train you in the ways of the Draenei soldier. And remember this: honorable people do not always perform honorably. Sometimes they cannot. That's depressing. Oh yeah, I finally found the quest here. The only way I can actually do it is if I go back and complete some of the previous quests on the other island, which maybe I'll do that off the stream. That's not relevant to, or not entirely relevant to this. You will find Bloodwatch just up the road to the north.
Long life.
Well, that kind of sucks. There's an entire quest here I can't do without actually, like, going back. Let's see, Totem of Tikiti. Hopefully I don't actually need like, is that gonna cause me to miss out on a quest chain that would prevent me from getting I'm just wondering if I can't do that, does that mean I'm going to have to backtrack to be able to actually get the Loremaster achievement? Because that would kind of suck. Bloodwatch. Bloodwatch is a name that feels more Blood Elf than Draenei. Looks like there's a lot of quests here on par with my level too. Let's go turn in first. This is probably going to be one of those zones where it's like I have 30 quests, go do them all, and then just have a mass turn in, and then get 20 more. Exarch Admetrius. I had a feeling that you would make it this far, Paladin. If you are willing to go further, I am willing to teach you. I guess from an RP standpoint, I could think of it as I was sent out here to learn the Draenei's way of light as a dwarf. What Argus means to me. Well, Argus doesn't mean crap to me. What does Argus mean to you? Many Draenei probably do not know or remember our home planet. It is there that we split from the Minari, the twisted demonic reflections of ourselves. that were gifted by Sargeras, or as they call themselves, the Eridar. Eridar, this word once had meaning. Admetius smacks his lips together as if to taste the word. Disgusting. Let us not waste any more time. Find Vindicator Boros to begin your training.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
Let me... Actually, I do want to double check. I do already have... I didn't realize this, but like some of the Loremaster stuff I can actually get like across multiple multiple characters. But I am not going to be... Like, I'm not going to be skipping places I've already got. I'm going to do it all, but... Let's see. Okay, so I do technically... Like, even though I already have it, I do need Bloodmyst Isle. 60 quests here. Okay. If you only learn one thing during your time in Bloodmyst, Paladin, I hope that it is vigilance. This island claims the unwary first, then begins to wear down even the most guarded warriors. Everywhere you turn, a foe stands ready to take your life. Learning from the crystals. Welcome to Bloodwatch, Paladin. Seeing to the defenses of the outpost is our primary concern, but I have also been tasked with a variety of other duties by our leaders at the Exodar. The problem is, it's hardly safe to send out large amounts of researchers when the island is this dangerous. I need someone to gather a series of crystal samples from various sites on the island. The first sample I need must come from the Ravager-infested ship debris south of town and across the bridge.
Do not lose faith.
Talk to the Hand. The Hand of Argus has established a forward base at Vindicator's Rest, but they are sorely outnumbered by both blood elves and mutated wildlife. Without backup, their outpost is in danger of falling, and we'd have no way to keep an eye on the events near Vector Coil. Report to Scout Jorley at Vindicator's Rest to the northwest, and offer your assistance.
Good health. Long life.
Very dark and Death Knighty looking armor.
The Legion's end draws near.
Vindicator Boros. What it means to be Hand of Argus. We are agents of the light. We serve without question. We die without question. Ah, I've heard about you. You're the one who made the Kessel run in under 15 minutes, right? Bah, probably not. Are you ready to spill some blood in the name of the light? For Velen? For Argus? I'll slow down. Bloodwatch is one of 2 forward bases operated by the Hand of Argus. You have already been to the other base, Azure Watch. Things are completely different in Bloodmyst. When we first got here, the land was as beautiful as Azure Mist. We even called it Silvergale, but now the sickness is spreading across the land. Worst yet, the Blood Elves that were battling on the Exodar survived the crash. This brings me to your assignment. Venture northwest into Bladewood and terminate any blood elves that you find.
May your days be long.
Oh, there's another quest. Irradiated crystal shards. The Exodar crash scattered pieces of the fouled crystals all over Bloodmyst Isles, corrupting the water and the landscape. We've begun finding pieces of the crystal inside the flesh of animals taken for meat. I've uncovered a way to purify the shard and turn them into functional crystals. So if you bring me enough shards, I'll trade one of my completed crystals for them. So far, I found the shards in the bodies of bears, ravagers, flutterers, treants, inhabiting the corrupted part of the island.
Remain vigilant. The Legion will fall.
So dark. We've learned much of our enemies in recent days. The Blood Elves are led by a being known as Cyranos, and plot to destroy us. Ultimately, they seek to enslave Oros and regain control of the Exodar. Light be praised, we have stopped their supply line, destroying the Sun Gate. Unfortunately, they continue to use the contaminant of the vector coil to poison the land, using mutagenic properties of the fallout to their advantage. With this knowledge, Admedius has devised a plan. Seek him out. Just send me back and forth, why don't you? Good God. Oh, another dwarf.
What can I do for you?
Let's see, should I pick up... Ooh, I can smelt iron now, apparently. Pick that up.
You got my attention.
In my years as a member of the Explorers League, I've been all over Azeroth, but I've never seen anything quite like Bloodmyst. Excuse me. Babysitting, would you believe it? They pulled me out of a promising dig and sent me along with Captain Odysseus's expedition to babysit that little gnome. I've never heard of a gnome wanting to become a prospector before, so I asked. Seems we are taking gnomes now, and in particular, this particular one has a fascination with murlocs. Well, he's gone off and set up shop in an old turtle shell on the northern shore of the island. Go and have a look if you don't believe me.
See you soon.
I will. I will have a look. Pick up this flight path.
Each day is a blessing.
Sarah of the Mockery. On Argus, Mockery was the most sacred of our cities. Would you believe me if I told you that the walkways were lined with precious minerals, that rivers glittered even in complete darkness? I long for those days. How long has it been? 1,000 years? 10,000? Let's see, Mushroom Menagerie. Did you know mushroom hunting is far more dangerous than mushroom consumption? Mushroom hunters expose themselves to many unknowns, not including potential wildlife dangers. What would life be without danger? I am in need of mushrooms for my collection. Scatter throughout these unexplored wilds. You will find 4 different types: an aquatic stinkhorn, a blood mushroom, a ruinous polyspore, and a felcone fungus. They are each unique to the various regions of Bloodmyst. Bring them to me.
Your days be long, and your hardships few. Arcanon
So many quests to pick up, holy crap. The others look at this landscape and see only death, corruption, and adversity. None of these things are in short supply, true, but that view ignores the opportunities presented by our environment. I will not stand by and watch these opportunities go ignored, Paladin. With your help, we can demonstrate to the others here at Bloodwatch just how to make use of the environment and its creatures. See, constrictor vines. A good woodsman makes use of every available resource. Even the most bizarre creatures possess attributes that can be used to our advantage. With Bloodwatch under constant assault from the Sunhawks, we are looking to a variety of natural defenses, including traps. The Lasher's thorny vines are perfectly suited to the construction of the traps I have in mind. The combination of sharp spines and deadly toxins will fell unwary attackers. Bring me the vines of the mutated constrictors so that I can begin my work.
be well.
Let's get through that. Before the bare necessities. As I'm sure you've seen in your time on Bloodmyst Isle, very little remains unchanged by our arrival. My training and experience has taught me that even the products of an environment like this can be put to use. With so few resources, we must rely on our ingenuity to provide for us. I've been supplementing our stores with meat from the bears that wander the isle. With the proper preparation, it can be safely eaten. If you're going to be out in the field, why not help replenish our stocks?
Safe journey.
Sure. I have to go around and pick up all the other 80 quests. Vindicator Alicia. It is good to see another new face here in Bloodwatch. Although the Blood Elves are the most immediate threat, there are other sinister creatures that call Bloodmyst Isle home. The Nazivus Satyr are a particular concern. They are foul demonic creatures commanding dark magics and feeding on the corruption created by the Exedar's crash. We must hold them in check, but first we must learn more about them. Go southwest to Nazavian, and learn what you can from the grotesque monument.
Remember the lessons of the past.
I'm going to sell garbage to you, since I just happened upon you. And also this. Don't need it.
Remain vigilant.
Oh, there's another quest. Holy crap. By order of Harbinger Mikolas, the bounty of 18 silver to be paid to the brave soul who returns proof of the marauding bear Deathclaw's demise. Deathclaw should be considered extremely dangerous and is responsible for the killing of a survey team on the coast to the northwest of Bloodwatch. Travelers are advised to avoid the area. I bet I can kill him.
One wishes to you.
See, everything that has happened since the crash is little more than a blur. It seems like a lifetime ago that I was aboard the Exodar. Now my reality is restricted to this island, with mutant creatures and an endless sea of Blood Elf agents. Soon it will be as if I've never known anything different. Catch and release. The black silt murlocs in the southwestern coast are curious creatures. In some ways, they are barely sentient, yet in others, they show a remarkable degree of organization. I have a few theories about that, but no real way to test them until recently. I've devised a method that will allow me to track the murlocs I'm interested in without doing any lasting harm or interfering with their natural behavior. If you're willing to help with the marking, I'll gladly pay you for your assistance.
Favor the road traveled by few.
Everything that has happened since the crash is little more... Oh, I've already read that. I don't need to. Searching for Galen. Do you think often of your family? There were a number of families aboard the Exodar, but I've heard of very few being reunited. I, myself, am looking for traces of my husband, Galen, I'm going to call him that, who is a technician in the Cryocore, the wreckage of its location to the west, and it's swarming with blood elves. I must find out what became of Galen. Even news of his death is better than never knowing. My husband will be wearing a pendant identical to my own. They were a gift from my sister.
May your days be long and your hardships.
I don't know how many more of these quests I can pick up. About a week ago, my research team and I were out exploring the western wilds of Bloodmyst when we were attacked by bloodthirsty spiders. The effect of the crystal contamination was clearly evident, as these spiders were massive and extremely aggressive. I managed to escape, but my team wasn't so lucky. We must not let the same fate befall others. Go west to the Amberweb Pass and destroy the spiders and their matriarch, Zarak. Where did this quest come from? There's just like another one every time I look. First aid trainer. Welcome to Bloodwatch, Paladin. In my troubles, I have amassed a wide variety of tools, artifact, and knowledge from various peoples we've encountered. Should you find yourself in need of this knowledge, you need only to ask. Newfound allies. Harbinger Mikolas has done a commendable job safeguarding Bloodwatch, but our enemies are many and resources few. Our weakness is well known to our enemies, but your contact with the forces of the Alliance is something they haven't accounted for. I have prepared a letter of introduction to the people of Aberdeen. Oh, okay. The closest Alliance settlement, proposing cooperation with the fight against our foes. Take it with you and seek out Huntress Kella Nightbow near the docks west of the Exodar.
Remember the lessons of the past.
Maybe I'll do that one. I feel like it's trying to send me to Aberdeen, which doesn't exist anymore. Let's see. Turn in this quest.
Blessings upon you.
I'm in need of your Whoops.
Do not lose faith.
I'm in need of your services. I have a plan to topple the entire Sunhawk army, but before we can progress, we need to gather some vital information. We need to identify the weaknesses of their primary defense. Unfortunately, we have been unable to get close to the vector coil to gauge their defenses. If we could get a prisoner to talk, we could get information that is needed to break through the lines and destroy the vector coil. You heard me. I want to blow the damn thing up. Our attempts at interrogation have failed miserably. Torture is, of course, out of the question. What we need is a dwarf on the inside. I can cast a spell on you that would make you appear as a blood elf and adjust your language. Through subterfuge, we may yet be able to get information we need out of the captured agent. Under this guise, I want you to get whatever information you can out of the prisoner. And do not leave Bloodwatch while disguised, as the spell will fail.
Remember the lessons of the past.
Ooh, now I'm a Blood Elf Paladin. Captured Sunhawk agent eyes you suspiciously. I've never seen you before. Who are you? I am a prisoner. What does it look like? The Draenei filth captured me as I exited the Sun Gate. They killed our portal controllers and destroyed the gate. The Sun King will be most displeased with our turn of events. Captured Sunhawk agent smirks. Don't worry, New Blood. There are many more portal controllers and many more suitable locations for portals. I am certain that Cyrenos will have a new gate up very soon. These blue-skinned dogs are not long for this world. Cyrenos and the Abomination will clean up whatever the Sunhawk forces leave behind. Ah yes, Cyrenos. I had nearly forgotten that Cyrenos was here. I served under Cyrenos back in Outland. I hadn't heard of this Abomination, though. Those damnable Draenei captured me before I ever fully materialized in this world. It was Cyrenos' idea. The Abomination is actually one of their own. He is a high-ranking member of the Draenei military order. Triumvirate, or some such nonsense. What that thing is, it's massive, powerful, and full of rage. Any attack against the Vector Coil will most certainly result in a failure as long as the Abomination is around. Incredible, how did Cyrenos accomplish such a thing? Cyrenos claims that a certain Eridar possesses the ability to transform others of their race into Minari. The Draenei were supposedly once Eridar. And Cyrenos is a powerful Eridar, the agent laughs. Can you believe it? These pathetic creatures were once all-powerful demons. What kind of fool rejects such power? Cyrenos is an Eridar? I mean, yes, obviously. Obviously, how else could she infiltrate their ranks and pass as a Draenei? She had been living among them for a very long time. The Vector Coil is massive. I hope we have more than one Abomination guarding the numerous weak points. Numerous? It has 2 weak points. The base of the structure and on the west side of the base of the structure and on the east side. Hey, wait a minute. How would you know anything about the Vector Coil? Didn't you say that you were captured before you even materialized? I did, and you believed me. Thank you for the information, Blood Elf. You have helped us more than you could know. Treacherous whelp, Cyrenos will destroy you and your people. Well, he never questioned why I was a Blood Elf outside of the cage and not, like, being held. He's not too bright.
Warm wishes.
Aha, well done. Well done indeed. Are you ready to eradicate the Blood Elf menace from this island forever? I would not ask you to single-handedly bear the burden of destroying the Vector Coil and slaying Cyrenos. However, I believe that you can be some help in clearing the way for others that might take on such a dangerous assignment. Take the road going north out of Bloodwatch and follow it until you get to the fork. Once there, take the left road and follow it until you see Vindicator's Rest. It will be slightly west of the road itself. Corin will be waiting for you.
Good health.
Oh, yeah.
Life.
Well, congratulations on finally getting out of there. It's a shame, though, that there's a little piece that you missed because they fly you over. But there's these demolitionists, they're a mortar team, and it's on the road that back in Vanilla or before the Cataclysm you would have taken the road through that cave to get to whatever that next town is, and you pass them by and they're doing like a spoken word version of TNT by AC/DC. It did. It did indeed. That actually is something to look forward to because, like, next week, Wednesday, on Emerald Dream, the pack's actually going to be doing a Wintervale party in Gilneas. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see now. I'm just going to kind of work my way around. Let's go over here. See if I can find... Okay, I feel like I was supposed to collect bear meat. Wasn't I? I don't remember. I just had to pick up like 120 quests all at once. Oh, here's the glow cap from... just a recolored glow cap from Zangermarsh. Pretty much all that is. Aquatic stinkhorn. That thing looks disgusting. Gross. Let's go get the Felcone fungus. Or a ruinous polyspore. See, I think I see a ruinous polyspore right here. And I guess I'll get the last of it in a bit. I'm going to go down here and get impact site crystal sample. I'm just going to do all of these quests before, and then just have a mass round of turning in. Man, I am still a really long way from that Loremaster, though, ain't I? It's alright, the adventure will be most of the fun. Alright. Impact site crystal sample. Probably this crystal? Yeah, it's this one. It looks a little different than all the rest. Down here, Black Silt Scouts tagged. Oh, the Murlocs. It's really hard to keep track of all this just because... So, I had to pick up so many quests, I can't even remember which ones I'm on. You know, Darkshore and Loch Modan, I'd be wandering out, I'd have at most 5 quests at the same time. Not this time. Not today. I am tired as well. I have no idea why. Actually, I know why. I know exactly why. I don't know why I'm saying I don't. Because my girlfriend frequently forgets to mute her phone at night. And she'll sleep through it any time. Doesn't matter. I guess I'm looking specifically for scouts, maybe? But, you know, the noise of her phone going off in the middle of the night never has woken her up ever. But it wakes me up every time. And she just always forgets to mute it. So it'll wake me up, and I'll fall back asleep, and I'll get woken up again, and I'll fall back asleep, and then like the cat will jump on me, which wakes me up, and that cat does that about 2 or 3 times a night. Mark 6 Black Silt Scouts. So I guess I just need to look specifically for the scouts. I got foragers, I got tide collars. Where are the scouts? Well, there's a scout. Tide collar, scout. Why did I want to do this place? Oh, there's a scout. I don't know what I'm expecting. It'll be more or less the same when I get to Burning Crusade content. I always have trouble sleeping with pets. Like, it's just difficult. Like, we stayed at I remember we had friends and we were house sitting for them / dog sitting because they had to go out of town for a few days. And, we just kind of kept going back and forth between our house or our house or apartment at the time and their house, letting the dogs out and doing all that stuff, taking care of them. But they told us we could stay in their bed for the night if we got off work and all that stuff too late, because it was closer to work than our actual home was. So we did that one night, and they have their dog that just is so used to sleeping in the bed with them. He just jumps up there, and like all night I get these little dog paws just like pounding me in the back because he can't hold still. There's about a medium-sized dog too. What is this, a Furbolg village? Or is this where all the satyr were? Yep. The satyr was the correct guess. Yeah, you can attack me all you want. I'm still gonna run on through. Monument glyphs. I'll kill you though. You're like right here and I feel like you'll interrupt me. Blood spattered shield of stamina. Well, if I was a tank, that'd probably be awesome. Guess I don't actually have that to look at it. Oh. Poop on you. There's a price to be paid for interrupting me, and that is death. No, this dog was about a medium-sized one. Fools, weaklings. Zarok has no need of your assistance. Well, let's figure out where he is then. That guy. Oh, what do you know? An armor plate. Take the road going. Oh, yeah, sometimes storyline does that. The armor scrap is forged from deep black metal that seems to absorb light. Although it does appear to be enchanted, there is an unmistakable sense of wrongness about it. Such armor is only used by one force, the Burning Legion. The legions present here can only mean that they're intending to mobilize the island satyr against the Draenei. Take action against the local satyr, then return to Bloodwatch and show this armor scrap to Vindicator Alicia. Okay, so now I'm killing these things. You could just let me pull aggro off of you. That would be greatly appreciated. Because I just do this the lazy way. Pull everything. Well, I'm glad I have you here to point this stuff out. I would have missed most of this stuff then. I suppose I could turn on, because I technically have a add-on that can help me figure out all the quests, but it always feels like cheating, because it literally just gives me an arrow on my screen that says, go here, go here, go here, 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 and here. Turn in this, pick up this, kill this guy to get a quest. Kill you. Kill you. Got some auto attack going on. Alright. Still need more Satyr and more Fellsworn. That is neither of those. It's a rogue. Did not realize that was an option. Oh, I'm pulling one apparently. Still needing more of those shards. Let's see, I don't care. I have to care about the rogue. Don't need that either. Just need to find 2 more Fellsworn. I think we're the blue ones. Yes. Well, today, maybe. Today is also like an unusual day where I actually have, like, of course I actually have to go semi soon, but I just had more time than usual today, so I don't normally stream for this long. But if you catch up, I'd be happy to have you on for a stream or two, and then you could keep going. You don't have to wait for me to do the Loremaster challenge. It definitely takes a long, long while, though. Now I can come up and around. You go take a nap. Have a good one. I will probably be wrapping this up in the next few minutes anyways. Oh, I guess they drop the shards too? Everything must drop these shards. See you later, have a good one. Maybe later today, not sure. Wow, that's a lot of stuff to rush into, but let's do it. Go ahead and leave party up here. Heal up a little. It would help if I hit the right button, though. Sometimes I just don't do buttons that well. Let's see. The corpse appears to be dressed in a manner of an XDAR technician, but the pendant are described by Moray as absent. You have no means of identifying the corpse's Galen with the information Moray gave you, but the clothing appears to have been torn in search of valuables. Just change position there. The Blood Elves in the area would have claimed anything of value from the wreckage, including Galen's jeweled amulet. Although her husband did not survive the crash, she believed that Moray would be grateful if you could recover her husband's amulet from the Blood Elves. Excuse me. Oh, good. So all those elves that I just killed could have had a chance to drop this amulet I have to search for. No, I got the objective complete, and I thought that was it. That is okay, though. Oh, found it already. Let's see, what do we got here? Gotta get an Elder Brown Bear flank and a Thorny Constructor Vine. Look at all these quests just building up back here. I'm going to leave you behind. I just don't care. Elder Brown Bear, you're dead. I did. I always try to get those get the pets that are relevant to this year's Make-A-Wish Foundation thing. I also had to forego the webcam today Ultra because apparently today for some reason it can't, like the webcam itself can't do above 4 FPS. So that was fun to try and figure out and not actually get anywhere with. So how have things been going on your end? Yeah, you're telling me. Grab your attention, bring you right over here, and kill both of these things at the same time. And get nothing for it. You make it sound like your life is exciting. I know your life is boring. I'm just kidding. I don't know what your life is actually like. This is the kind of crap that didn't... I wasn't really all that motivated to level much during Burning Crusade. Because I think it's the one thing that they always shot themselves in the foot with. Thought I just heard something again. During these, or during Vanilla and Burning Crusade, was they made all the quests spread out and have low drop rates. So I didn't want to do any of them. Well, that sounds nice. I get to go look for a new place to live, or a new place to live next week, Wednesday. That'll be fun. It's like I make that entire Wintervale event a big deal, all excited for it, and then it's like, oh, by the way, we actually have to move, and these are, that night and the next night are the only 2 days we can go look for a new place. Yep, life is fun that way. Just may as well not even try to make plans. They'll just get ruined. Probably just need to try a different area. Oh, there's another thing I can kill. Have a feeling I'm going to get a quest that tells me to kill that guy. Well, I guess that means I don't have to ask if you want to judge the ugly Christmas transmog contest. A little bit of lag there. Okay, that's complete. Now I gotta go find some bears. Those are not bears. Let me head on south. Maybe there's bears there. This is why I do not like Burning Crusade content that much. The endgame content was fine, but all the leveling stuff. What's over here? Sunhawk Spy Slain. Oh, I'll do this too. But still no bears. My astute skills of observation tell me that these blood elves are not bears. But they sure drop easily. Actually, I should go ahead and add this stuff again. Trying to actually use up some of my consumables. Because they don't sell for enough, so I may as well use them. Stupid blood elves. Think they're awesome because they're all pretty. Even the men, which if I was a man, I don't want to be described as pretty. If I was a man, I am a man. What? Today I learned I'm apparently not a man. Oh, where'd that one run off to? I gotta kill all of you guys. You'll do. Uh-oh. Infected wildkin. Why do I have a feeling there's going to be a quest for them, too? Ah, yes. I need to find more burrs. I'll go over here and get this, even though I'm also pretty sure that this is not a bear. But that's a bear. That is a bear. Oh, good God. They just keep popping up. Just everywhere I go. More bears. Or more ore. More nodes. More than I know what to do with. Nodes are not bears. I need to learn that. By the end of this, or the end of this place, we're going to have an entire meme built around things that are bears and things that are not bears. Moth, not a bear. Bear is a bear. Also is a bear. Yeah, need bear guts, bear haunches, patches of bear fur. This game. Like, if you think about it, we're really wasteful in this game because we will kill or wipe out like entire. Like, we'll just wipe out a whole bunch of animals, and we won't even like use their meat half the time or something, or we'll use like one tiny part of them, and then every part's left behind. Oh, good. I'm having lag spikes. That might be a sign that I should call it pretty soon. For now, anyways. I feel like today I have an unusual situation where it's too soon to do one thing that needs to get done. But I've already finished a bunch of other stuff that I need to be doing. Or that like I should be doing. So it's like I have a lot of time today. So I'm wondering if I'll just stream all day. A fouled water spirit. Buccaneers Boots of the Eagle. Well, it has intellect, which, even though it's only cloth, that makes me still want to equip it. I did a little research ahead and found out from questing and from dungeons, well, most dungeons, there's not a single piece of intellect plate gear other than this chest piece that I got until I get to about level 30. Like I think there's a level 27 quest that will offer my earliest piece or my earliest next piece of intellect plate. And then after that point, a regular supply. But I think it was something to do with when they transitioned having plate from level 1. So all the intellect mail that was existing just never got transferred up for us. Oh shoot, I'm going to turn in these quests at another time because I still need to find a bear. That is a bear. And I've done it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and turn in these 2 quests over here. Pick up whatever they have to offer. And then I'm probably going to call it for now, come back later. Actually, it's probably going to be like the other place where it's like, oh yeah, I pick up 30 different quests. I am patiently awaiting orders, Paladin. Perhaps you will be the one to deliver our people into a new age of prosperity and peace. Perhaps. Only the most battle-hardened, noble, and positively fearless will submit to Legoso's mission. The Exarch will not order any agents of the Hand to take on the task of destroying the Vector Coil and dispatching Cyrenists. He refuses to send any Draenei to their death, which is what the mission is: suicide, Cornseyes. My job is to soften up the Sunhawk defense. You are to slay Sunhawks near the Vector Coil and keep the path clear for our champion, whoever that may be.
Remain vigilant.
Okay, I might just pick up the rest of these afterwards. Thanks for jumping in here, Ultra. I will probably be back sometime after I'm probably going to take care of some more laundry stuff. It still needs folding, which I love folding laundry so much. I would rather wash double the amount of laundry, like moving it from the washer and dryer, if somebody else would fold it for me too. But anyways, I'm going to go take care of that. Leave off here, and I will catch you later if you join me. Thanks for joining me now. Everybody else have a good day. Stay warm. It is really cold out there, and tomorrow most of the country is going to be experiencing 0 or below, so that is also fun. So everybody have a wonderful day.